Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, Kahalayim La, Alahayinawa, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai. Kahalayim La, Alahayinawa, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Kahalayim La, Alahayinawa, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. All praise to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, our leaders, our teachers. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. All right, the elect of Yasharallah, the house of David. Okay, peace and blessing to you. All right, now get right into it. Okay, this is gonna be a different type of video. You know, as you can see, well, it looks like I'm in a library. You know, but this is pretty much a neighborhood coffee shop. You know, a low key coffee shop. You know, but it has a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's good for my spirit. That's why I'm in here. That's why I'm in here. Excuse me. That's why I'm in here. You know what I'm saying? It has a good vibe to it. You know, they have a lot of books. As I've showed, you know, behind me, the different books on art. You know, different books on history. You know, etc. You know, they have tons of books. So it's pretty much like a study, you know, for people that have that in their house, you know, a room with a lot of books, you know, where someone can relax, okay? But, you know, just getting into it, like I said, this is going to be a different type of video. It's per request, you know, a hopeful elect brother pretty much had, you know, asked me, can I do a video on my art, you know, on my art that's inspired by the truth, you know, and I told the brother Khan, which Khan means yes, you know, for those of y'all that don't know. I told him Khan, you know, I agreed to do it, and I never got back to the brother with the video, so I'm doing it now because I wanted to, you know, wait to when the spirit hit me to do it. You know, that's really how we operate. You know, we operate via the spirit, you know, because the spirit lets you know when it's time. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get into it. This is Hebrew hobbies, because, you know, for those of y'all that believe in the truth, you know, you have different hobbies that you do, that you have, but some of these hobbies are truth inspired. You know, you have certain brothers that may make music for brothers and sisters, you know, which ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's the way you do it. It's the way we do everything. Okay, certain brothers make oils, you know, make different oils, you know, anointing oils, oils for fragrance. That's a Hebrew hobby. You know, it relaxes brothers, you know, spirits. You know, certain you know, Akim, wa Akiwaf, brothers and sisters. Some of y'all make soap, you know, make candles, you know, brothers and sisters do particular things to occupy their time, you know, while we're here in Babylon. You know what I'm saying? You know, certain brothers can sing, you know, but for me, it's art, you know what I'm saying? Because for those of y'all that don't know, me and the brother Zahab, Spirit Wind Judah, we actually went to school together, you know, and he woke me up, by the way. For those of y'all that don't know that, you know, that brother, see, he's my elder, you know, that brother, he woke me up. That was in the summer of 08. But we were actually what you call childhood friends, because We went to a performing arts school down here in Mississippi called APEC, with academic and performing arts complex. I believe that's what it stands for. It's been a while, man. But we had met in elementary. They have a program where you have a particular interest, whatever it may be. It could be visual arts, like it was for me and him. It could be theater. It could be dance. It could be music. But for him and me, it was the art. And that program, like, you can go there, in elementary. Because I went when I was in elementary. I started off in the 4th grade. I met him in the 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? But the programs, from elementary, then it transitions to middle school, and then high school. So I pretty much knew the brother really all my life. Lord made it to where we always kept in contact. But basically, when I came into this understanding, I kept the art going. Now, a lot of my art I lost. Some of it probably got stolen. But me and the brother, we actually pretty good though. We pretty decent, when it comes to the art. But I'm gonna show some of the art that I still have. I'm actually getting back to the groove of drawing again, because it helps balance me out, But yeah, man, I can't be too bad, because I got a cousin. He actually stole my art, and he used my same art to get into that same school. And I just recently found that out. He had went to that school, when I had moved up north, to the Chicagoland area. But he stole my art. He used it so he can get into that school, I laughed about it. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm grateful the Lord allowed me to keep the art going. So I'm going to show some of what I have. Now, a lot of this is old. A lot of this is old art, but I'm going to show it anyway, okay? And some of this art is art that I did in 2012, and that's when I first moved back to Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? After my little episode in Chicago, you know what I'm saying, for brothers and sisters that know about that, I talk about it every now and then. Which that happened to me in 2011, like the spring of 2011, and I moved back down south in the summer. I think it was like between August and September. That's when I moved back. But that was the summer of 2011. But I started back drawing in 2012. Okay. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord had, fully healed my spirit. But basically, this is the hopeful elect, in particular brothers, because you do have sisters that's part of hopeful elect too, but pretty much brothers looking at, the post destruction, you could say. Basically missiles dropping on Babylon the Great. And a lot of what I have is like rough drafts, because y'all know me by now. My mind, a lot of time my mind is so busy. I got one of those minds that it don't stop. My mind just keep just going. So a lot of my art I haven't finished, and Lord will, I can go back and finish it. So some of these are rough drafts, you know what I'm saying? But once again, you're looking at the hopeful elect, looking at missiles drop on Babylon the Great, coming from different, countries. And they're supposed to be the father ship. And these are, shuttle ships, But yeah, I want to say I did this one in 2012, because this is my book from 2012 when I first started back drawing, and I ripped this page out, But I tell you what, I'm gonna show my old art then I'll go to the new art. You know, like I said, this is when I started back in 2012, and I pray I can keep it going, man, because I recently started back. You know, but this should speak for itself. Pretty much Yahweh Shai, our Messiah, our Lord. The King of Kings, Lord of Lords, in the middle. And this, I call this the toast of the elect. The toast of the elect. Different brothers. Clothed in white. Clothed in white garments. Holding up. How you say it? Chalices. Chalices, which are king's cups. But I have them clear, like they're made out of quartz. Like some clear quartz chalices. With new wine, pretty much. It'll be an angel blowing a ram's horn. An angel playing a harp, and what this is. Behind. I don't know who wrote this here, man. It might be one of my cousins. Little cousins. I don't know who the hell wrote that. But yeah, this is the destruction. Yahweh Shai in the middle. And this is a menorah. It's covering up the what they call the Star of David, which really isn't the Star of David. That's Star of Moloch. I wanted to cover it up, so I put the menorah right here. But I did this in 2012, and I'm not here to speak about what I did. Lord will, I'm gonna do better. If I'm making art, dealing with the truth, it's gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? But looking back at some old things that you do, it can inspire you to do better now. So that's why I'm showing this. Okay? Because if I do it now, I want to outdo what I did before. But yeah, this the toast of the elect. Yahweh Shai in the middle. Got an angel on this side, an angel on that side. One playing the harp, one blowing the ram's horn. You got the elect at the bottom, holding up chalices, full of that new wine. Or you could say wine going back to the time of Adam, whatever the Lord gonna do. But yeah, man, this is actually my favorite, favorite picture. I'm glad that it's still here. But like I said, a lot of my art, it got misplaced, it got stolen, all type of stuff happened to it, man. But it is what it is. And like I said, some of these are rough drafts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure I'm not sure where I was going with this one. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was like making a portal and like spirits coming out flying, but I'm not sure where I was going with it. I was just messing around, really. We just think about angels, you know what I'm saying? Different angels going to and fro through the earth. But yeah, that's that. Like a portal opening up, spirits coming out, people flying. We're just messing around, really. And some of these not dealing with the truth. Some of these I was, messing around. And like I said, it's a lot of rough drafts. And some of these, man, I ain't seen them in a while. Because like I said, this was in 2012. Yeah, speaking about the elect getting the crown, getting the victory, And this is a good thing for me to show because I know it is a lot of brothers and sisters that do draw. So ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, this is my testimony. I don't even think I ever showed this, man. I showed another picture, but I never showed this one. But yeah, I suppose I need to speak about it now because now I'm showing it. But yeah, what happened to me in 2011? A lot of y'all know about it, a lot of y'all don't. You know what I'm saying? But like that was so powerful. Like that was like a very traumatic experience. So that's why I talked about it so much, and I drew about it. You know, I talked about it a lot, and I drew about it. You know, what I drew it. I drew what happened, pretty much, man. Which let me see, cause give me a second, man. Cause the way I depict it, you know, or show it in picture form, I had it like in the form of a story in a way. You know, the way I ended up drawing it. Yeah, just give me a second, Baba Kasha. Man. Yeah, I'm getting close to it. Just bear with me, please. Yeah, bear with me. Now, like I said, a lot of what I have is like a rough draft, and it's pretty much it's incomplete as far as how you see it, but I just drew it based off of what I was thinking about. But yeah, going back to what happened, just a brief testimony. You know, a lot of y'all know about it, a lot of y'all don't. But basically, you know, I used to be in the Chicago camp. You know, I started off with those brothers. Now the elders of High woke me up. But I started off in Chicago. Was with those brothers. When did we link up? Like late 08 or early 09, something like that. Cause Spirit had it to where I taught by myself for a little bit. Then I taught with my brother. Then we eventually met with them downtown in Chicago, and we started teaching with them. But I was with them from I think late 08 or early 09 till 2011. And you know, pretty much the former head of Chicago. Well, this is supposed to be Mike here. I know it don't look like him. Like I said, it's a rough draft. But Elder Malcolm, he's the head now. Before him, you had Mike. You know what I'm saying? Before Mike, you had Batak. And like I said, a lot of y'all don't know about Batak, so Lord will, I'm not speaking in the air. But you know, pretty much he became disenchanted. He started pretty much becoming willful. He started going against the apostles. Same thing you see a lot of other guys doing as far as coming up against, you know, the elders. Batak did that. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to do his own thing, teach different doctrines. He was teaching us doctrine secretly, and, you know, and pretty much, you know, he couldn't be told anything. He wasn't budging on what he believed. And, you know, so he had to, you know, leave Great Millstone, do his own thing. And, you know, a few of us brothers still, you know, talk to him. I talked to him because I felt bad for him. And, you know, I ended up getting jacked up. You know, Spirit, hey, the Lord whooped me, you know? You know what I'm saying? But it was pretty crazy, man. You know, I just remember, all I remember was, like I said, I felt bad for him. And see, he got to the point to where he wanted me to teach with him. I ain't do that. But, you know, it did get to a point to where I did want to, like, see him and link up with him. Before any of that happened, man, hey, the Lord messed me up, man. All I remember was I came out to teach that Saturday. I couldn't teach well. My spirit was all messed up. Like I said, that's why I ended up drawing about it. You know, drew what happened pretty much. And, you know, I said, this supposed to be Mike, you know, one of the former heads of Chicago. Now he replaced Batak. But all I remember, now I'm just make a point. When you're under a demonic attack, you know, like spirits messing with you, they can distort reality. So, you know, pretty much I know after I started speaking, I ended up stopping because I wasn't in the spirit. And different brothers, you know, started speaking. I know Mike, he had spoke last that day, and he was rebuking false prophets. But see, I was tripping. I thought he was like rebuking me. Like that's how I felt during that time. Well, she didn't say nothing about me, but basically it brought me back to another thing that happened to me, you know. And I ain't trying to make this video by myself, but this is truth inspired art because I got different things that I drew, you know. But we would have a weekly assignment, you know, that would be given out every Saturday, you know. Basically, you know, Mike would say, and before Mike Batak was doing it, but basically Mike would say, you know, we'll read this book for the week, we'll read that book. But you know, after I started, you know, tripping because of the whole Batak situation, whatever, them spirits made it seem like he said we gonna read Tobit 13. And because the spirits was pretty much mocking me. Because the first time I got attacked by demons, I read Tobit 13. You know, I kid you not, and I had drew about that somewhere in here, man. I drew about it a couple times because to me, that showed me that this truth is real, you know. But give me a second. Like I said, a lot of these are rough drafts, so they look kindergarten. Here we go. Now, which I forget what month, what exact time this happened to me, but this happened before the whole Batak situation. Basically, I got off work one day, came home, you know what I'm saying? I sat on the bed, I sat on the edge of the bed, I opened the Apocrypha, and I started reading Tobit chapter 13. And like I said, it's pretty much like a rough draft, so don't. Hey, so you probably see like, well, because Zach really can't draw that good. Hey, that one don't look all that good. Like, I accept that. I didn't mean for this to look all that good. It was just, I was thinking about what was on my spirit, you know. But got the window right here, you know, window on the side. I had a bearded dragon lizard, you know, he was in a little tank or whatever. And this is me sitting on the edge of the bed. I read Tobit 13. And when you read Tobit 13, it puts emphasis on the Lord delivering Israel from captivity, from all places where they were scattered. And eventually they'll come back to Jerusalem. And Jerusalem going to be built up with gold and precious stones and all that. So anyway, I read Tobit 13, like the greatness of the kingdom, and I was blown away. And I kid you not, right after I read Tobit 13, I forgot to pray. I didn't pray. I just laid down, and man, them spirits attacked my ass. Like, and that's why I drew this right here, because I was laying on my back, and I could see the spirits, and they look like fires, but they look like different color fires. And all I remember, I kept calling on the name of the Lord, you know. I kept calling on the name of the Lord to snap me out of it, because I could see them. It was like 4 or 5 of them. And you know how Jake talk when they getting jumped. It's like, you know, it was 20 of them, you know how Jake talk. But anyway, it was around like 4 or 5 of them, you know, so I'm not exaggerating. But it's like they were electrocuting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it felt. You know, they all had figures, like you could see the outline of their body, so to speak, but they looked like fires, but different color fires, and they was like shocking my ass, you know. They were shocking, like I felt like my spirit, like they was like electrocuting my. I mean, it's weird. It sounds crazy, but whatever they was doing, that shit hurt, and I couldn't move. I couldn't move. And I drew it again. I drew a better version of it. Give me a second. Give me a second, Baba Kasha. Here we go. Like I said, I read Tobit 13. I laid down, and all I remember, it probably wasn't like 5 minutes of me being asleep, and all of a sudden, boom, I'm getting hit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and not saying they look exactly like this, but I know they look like fires, but they look like different color fires. and they was electrocuting the hell out of me. You know, man, they was electrocuting the hell out of me. And what I was doing, like the only way out, I had to call on Yahweh Shem Shah, Yahweh Shem Shah, Yahweh Shem Shah to snap out of it. And eventually, I snapped out of it. Which that encounter, it felt like forever, but in reality, it was maybe like a minute. You know, it was maybe a minute, maybe at the most two. In reality, but it felt like forever though. It felt like I was never gonna get out of there because you pretty much trapped in your mind. It's showing you we're angels too. You know, just in bodies, and your body's a prison. Because I couldn't move, even if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But all I could do was call on those names. And eventually, the Lord broke me out of that trance, you could say. You know? So yeah. But going back to that testimony, because I wanted to show a few more pictures dealing with that. Salat. And I'm gonna show some more pictures, Abaratazar. Just showing what I can for now. But yeah, that happened. Mike was pretty much in rebuke mode. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going back to this Saturday, dealing with the Batak situation. One of the former heads of Chicago who became disgruntled, because I felt bad for him, and I was wanting to, I was thinking I could link up with him, man, before I even got any far. Hey, the spirit whooped me, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm grateful, because to me it's love, you know what I'm saying? But it was crazy though, man. Which the apostles, they always bring up the movie Jacob's Ladder, which I'm gonna speak about that in a minute. But yeah, like I said, some of these are rough drafts. I remember being out there. I wasn't in the spirit of teaching right. You know what I'm saying? I remember like a car drove by, and it was a man. He looked directly at me, but his eyes were glowing, and they were glowing weird. Basically, it was a demon, man. But I was opened up, and that's a place I will never want to be in my life again, because it was so bad. Which certain parts of it I never told, but I actually thought I was dead, man. It's crazy to sound. It got to a point to where I thought I had died. I went home. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing spirits in the house, and basically spirits trying to punk me. One particular spirit, what Esau calls shadow man. That thing is real. Like they not just saying that. He'll stand up, and it was all crazy. It had like a little refrigerator in the room. Like the refrigerator would just open up by itself. The laptop would just open up by itself. Got me feeling bad anytime I seen porn on the damn laptop. I just felt completely condemned. All because I was thinking about going with a man that believed in another doctrine. That shows you how serious it is, man. That shows you exactly how serious it is. Like the Lord will mess you up. And I lived through it. I'm blessed to tell about it. A little mini refrigerator just opening up. In reality, it didn't. It really didn't open up by itself. But them spirits was they was messing with me. Laptop open by itself, and that spirit, like that was tripping me out. It got to a point like, man, hey, by the grace of the Lord, I didn't. But I was wanting to hop out the damn window, because I was like, man, I ain't about to fight this thing. He'll stand up. He'll be on the edge of the bed. He started doing push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like it was weird. And like I said, that happened. I'm not making it up. But something else I want to show. Like I said, a lot of this is, old. A lot of this is old. I'm gonna get to my newer stuff in a minute. And if spirit get on me to make something prophetic, that's definitely what I'm gonna show. Give me a second, man. Baba Gashah, my stuff is a bit unorganized. Yet it's the same spirit here that I showed on the other pages, you know. And at the time, I lived in Aurora, Illinois, you know. But yeah, that same shadow figure, you know, spirit got on me to draw it, you know. But it was like a day or two later. Basically, I went to the hospital and everything. And like I said, during this encounter, I didn't even think I was alive, man. and it's okay. I sound crazy. I don't give a damn because I know them spirits are real. But that's how intense it was. I thought I was just somewhere else. You know, I thought the Most High killed me. You know, but basically, went to the hospital or whatnot. They thought I had damn schizophrenia. You know what I'm saying? But eventually I got taken to the third floor, I believe it was, and I was in bed next to an Edomite that was in bed, and he was on a ventilator. But I could see them spirits like operating through him, and laughing at me and shit. I remember it being a cross on the wall, like right in front of me, and I was feeling condemned. I felt like I crucified the Lord afresh. I'm like, man, shit. Like, how bad is this about to get? And out of nowhere, walk in this man with a like a maintenance suit on, like a Dickie jumpsuit, and start talking to me about the Lord. And eventually he was like, some people say the Lord name is this. Some people say the Lord name is that. And he was speaking about how the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt to make a name for himself. Basically he was trying to make me remember what the name was. Basically so I could fight. Because the name Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, those names are weapons, man. Because basically, had I just stayed in the spirit, I wouldn't have gotten attacked like that. At least not to that point. That's what I got from that. The names are our defense. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he came in, he walked in, and the name started glowing on him. And when I saw that, I pretty much said what it was. I said what it was, and then he was like, so you do know the name. Which I don't remember exactly what the man looks like. This is an artist depiction. Everything isn't, perfect, but I'm drawing it according to how it happened. You know what I'm saying? Which, like, this story I probably told like a million times, but the Lord delivered me from that. To me, it's a good testimony. So you don't follow a guy that's doing something contrary. And remember the name of the Lord. Don't take the name in vain. Don't be a fool. The name is important, man. And don't listen to these different camps to tell you the names don't matter. That's the whole point of the story, to me. Because like I said, I really thought I had died. Like my spirit wasn't there. Like I was gone, man. But then, all that happened. I end up in the hospital, next to an Edomite on the ventilator, even though you don't see him on the ventilator here. But basically, he was talking shit to me, making fun of me and stuff. And out of nowhere, walk in this Jake, man, he was smooth as hell, man. That Jake, he was super smooth. He just walked in and he started talking about the Lord, but like it was just normal. Like everything was just normal. Because it wasn't normal with this dude. This was some creepy shit. But this man walked in and everything was normal. And he started talking about the Lord, man. And he like, some people say the Lord is this. Some people say his name is that. God, Jehovah, this and that. Yahweh. But then these names started glowing on him. You know what I'm saying? And I said, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. He was like, so you do know the name. And then he just walked out. You know what I'm saying? And then like everything was still. The Edomite wasn't doing what he was doing before. Like everything was just normal after he came in. But and I gave that testimony because this is truth inspired art. That's why I made this, man. And I wish there was some more I could show. Like I said, a lot of my things got either misplaced or taken. It's a rough draft. You know, people lining up to get the MOT to the B. Like I said, like some of this, you know, is incomplete because I'm always thinking, you know, my uh one of my flaws really, I think too damn much a lot of times, you know. That's why I'm always, you know, like a lot of my videos are long-winded because I think a lot. So I you know, just draw a little bit here, there, and you know, I move, go to another page, draw, you know. But Lord will, I can go back to some of these and finish them, if not all of them. But you know, people lining up to get the charagma, that Revelation 13 and 16, you know. It's like, you know, a man levitating, somebody diving. And some of this isn't truth inspired. Some of this is just stuff that I did. And this was supposed to be our righteousness. It doesn't have the word "our" on there, but it's supposed to say righteousness and a filthy rag. Basically, it's supposed to be like a tampon in the middle. The scriptures say in Isaiah, our righteousness is as filthy rags. So had the word righteousness, and there's gonna be like a tampon, but you know, drew like designs and stuff like that. But basically, our righteousness is filthy. That was the whole point. You know, drew a duck. You know, just different stuff, man. Like I said, a lot of this is kind of chicken scratch. You know. Because I was, you know, pretty much just doodling, you could say. Because my art that looks better is if I draw from, you know, I draw from reality. But a lot of this stuff I just drew what's in my mind. You know, that's how I make some of my art. Most of my art I draw from my head. You know, this supposed to be the Lord standing on water and Peter sinking in the water. You know, it's supposed to be Yahweh Shai standing on the water, because him and Peter were on the water. You know, he was walking on the water. Peter started to walk, but Peter doubted, so he began to sink. That's what this is. And the Lord holding Peter up, him holding Peter up. You know, that was a woman, I think, for some type of video game. I forget. Which I don't play games. I used to, but I don't play them no more. This was some still life, and this is off topic, but to make something look more realistic, I draw from you know, real life. You know, they call it still life. You know, if you go to an art program, it's called still life, like a inanimate object, still life. You know, olive oil. It's a deodorant. It's a brush. That's a shoe. I think this was some cologne or something like that. And the floor looks like this because it was carpet. You know. It's a man sitting down, looking at the moon or something. Like I said, a lot of this is old, and a lot of this I was playing around. This is supposed to be Drake. Something happened to the the magazine I was drawing it from, so I didn't finish it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the point. And this was this really me flying. You know, Jay grew up having those dreams where he could fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we all had those dreams, you know, growing up. And the Lord make you have a dream where you can fly. So that's pretty much what this was. Like, you know, stars and a man flying. But the man, you know, supposed to be me in the dream. Okay. Like I said, this that Batak incident, you could say. That's what that was. All right, that's that Saturday. That's that Saturday. Okay, and this was a dream I had. I walked into a library, and I think people were partying. Like, people were partying, But all of a sudden, everything changed in the dream, and everybody were at these computer monitors, and they all saw the Earth, and they all saw nuclear missiles dropping on the Earth. You know, like I had a dream like that. Like I said, this basically like, you know, chicken scratch, you know, a rough draft. But yeah, it was supposed to be people sitting down at computers, and they're all looking at the Earth from a outside point of view. You know, like they're in outer space, but like, you know, they're seeing missiles drop on Babylon, man. And pretty much everybody was still as they're looking at it. And I'm just looking at the people, you know. And yeah, that's it for yeah, okay. That's it for this particular art book. All right. And okay, yeah, this is yeah, I was drawing an ephod, cause I was seeing if I could get somebody to make an ephod for me. You know. So yeah, I pretty much had wrote down the Paleo Hebrew, the different names of the tribes and the stones that I wanted for each tribe. Cause you know, I was looking to see if I could get somebody to make it for me, which they could do it, but it was so expensive. So I like, you know, I do that another time. You know, and this ain't dealing with the truth. This supposed to be LeBron. And this old, so now I gotta outdo this because it's old. You know, I did this in 2012. Salak, government name. Forgot that was there. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's supposed to be LeBron. And I actually had lost the magazine to do his eyes, so I just had to do it from my mind, like, you know, try to remember what the eyes look like. But yeah, that's that. This is an album cover I had did for Issachar. There's one Jake. He's a Lyft and an Uber driver. I met him in Idaho. But basically, I was supposed to be drawing him and the rest of his band. You know. So I drew him. He's the lead singer. You know, he's holding a what you call it, an accordion. If I'm saying it right, you know. This is one friend on this side, other friend on that side, and in the background was supposed to be like a certain part of Mexico with the mountains and the water. See the sky. You know. But that's that. This the most recent picture I did. Lord will I, you know, I do it better. But the idea is there, you know, it's supposed to be the elect. Basically, each man is supposed to represent a tribe of Israel, because it's 12 in all. It's 12 in all. Each man represents a tribe, you know. Each man is a king and a priest. That's why they all have crowns. And they're wearing the ephods. You know, got the girdles of gold. And they got the, how do you say it? The phylacteries. Basically, like, they got these handbands, or you could say cuffs, these armbands with the laws, statutes, and commandments on them. You know, that's what they have. They got, you know, the armbands with the laws, statutes, and commandments on them. You know, and the borders are blue, fringes. It's supposed to be the Lord in front of them. You know, because I didn't really know where I was going with this, but I also had wanted the earth like in front of them, like they standing on the earth, and I'm pretty much seeing judgment take place. What's that in Psalms? Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. You know, so them seeing the same thing that you see here, pretty much, that judgment on Babylon, you know. But yeah, each man represents a tribe. Next to each man is a stone. We're going back to, where is it? Going back to the ephod, how each stone represent a son of Israel or a tribe of Israel. So that's pretty much what I was going for in this picture here. How each stone represents a tribe, you know, represents a man, you know, Reuben, Simeon, Levi. It's like you see it on here, you know, according to their birth, you know. That's what I was aiming for. And that's basically it. Because I pretty much got to get back in the spirit of producing, because I lost so much of my art. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we in Babylon, man. So for the most part, you know, first and foremost, you know, the work of the Lord that comes first. You know, the work of the Lord, you know, prophesying, you know, doing the work. But then also you got your job for Esau, Edom, you know. So it's hard to make time for your hobbies, to do what you want to do. And if I could get paid, you know, properly, you know, I would just do art. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like I would just do art, you know. But for different brothers, I have made certain art for them, you know. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's another picture here. It's supposed to be Yahweh Shai standing on a chariot and pretty much going through a portal to come to the earth. You know what I'm saying? Lord will I can make it more realistic, because I drew this from my mind, so it has that cartoony look. But you know, I can add some realistic elements to it. You know, if I'm looking at something that's real, I could bring more of it out, you know. But yeah, that's that. That's pretty much it, man. But it's something else. You know what I'm saying? How wisdom is like a woman and living waters. It's kind of what I was going for, you know. That's pretty much that. And that's it. I think this is the last one. Another rough draft. You know, the name Yahweh Shai. Supposed to be his eyes. So Lord will I can draw some realistic eyes and have them red. And this supposed to be him standing on the chariot. He has a mantle, which is a cape. He has a crown, and he's pissed off. You know, he has an aura, electricity coming off him. And on this side, it's a hourglass, and the time is out. And on this side is a melted clock. And he's standing on the father ship, and he has other ships with him, you know. So that's that. And that's it, man. You know, like I said, Jay got to get back in the mode of producing. But yeah, I did this for the brother. You know, the brother had requested me to show some of my art. You know what I'm saying? I can't show you all of it. I don't have most of it. You know, just getting back into the groove of doing it. You know, it's probably like the best thing I got to show. And this isn't even all that, but just to show how I could draw. You know what I'm saying? But this is old, you know. But yeah, man, you know, it's different brothers and sisters that are, you know, talented in Israel. You know, those y'all out there that got your particular hobbies, man. You know, some Jake, you know, make music. You know, Jake is talented, you know, athletic. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's good to do particular things to level your spirit out while we're here in Babylon. Cause this place will drive you crazy, man, if you let it. So with that, I pray and hope this is edifying. I didn't bring any scriptures out, but well, I know for the prophetic things that I showed, you're reading Joel, the 2nd chapter speaks about in the last days, you know, the Lord's people will prophesy, see visions. So some of those things, you know, I drew was from things that I saw in the spirit, or from things that happened to me, you know. Or from what's written, like this right here. This is written. You know, the victory. You know, this is what it's all about, man. You know, kings and priests, Revelation 19, Revelation 21, Exodus 19, and many others. You know, and they have the chariot right behind them, but also it's like you're seeing it from 2 points of view, because they're supposed to be inside a chariot too. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be inside a chariot. That's why they're looking at the Lord. They're supposed to be inside the chariot. But then from like the outside of the chariot is windows. And there's supposed to be people looking outside the windows. That's what you see right here. You know, you see the lights on the ship is lights, but you got windows on the chariot right above these stones. You know, it's windows, and you see people looking out the windows as what's supposed to be the destruction. But you see them from 2 points of view, because they also see it from inside the ship. You know, but yeah, and that's basically this too. But yeah, with that, you know, I hope the brother is satisfied. You know, and for those of you that also just tuned in, you know, I hope it was to your liking. You know what I'm saying? We mostly do the work, but you know, brother wanted me to show that, so here it is. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash, double honor to all the apostles and all the bishops, great millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom. Ooh.